Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Tua's throw taken in by Edwards. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Tua now on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, it was third down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tua Tagovailoa and the offense heading back out. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one to the left to Higbee. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll drop to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. He'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times is inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. That's taken in by Callaway. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. On the end zone, he got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Tua going to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action, now it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They hand it off to Mostert. He stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hand. as the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Yeah, quick throw. Get over here before what will be an important. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk, and that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Tua now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That'll be caught by Kupp. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. So we reach halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
Right, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. on first down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They've got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Now Tua. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. From the 16, Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Miami set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now a throw here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Off the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means means it's almost a certain victory.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They're going to look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Gibson. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2 and a throw again. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Tua. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Tua going to try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Gibson again. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league. And they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it. Because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Miami, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4 and 6. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5 and 4 on the season. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,